What's up, YouTube chatters? I love Hearthstone. What they say? Stop lying, XD, and do you? I would hit I can't, but they don't know anything. Chat.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Bielman. I'm your Hearthstone game director.
I'm Nathan Lyons-Smith, the executive producer here on Hearthstone.
First of all, thank you for joining us today for this dev update. We're going to do these video series a little more often so we can tell you what's going on, what we're thinking, what we're changing. Just for context, we are recording this on Friday, May 15th.
As a result, the topics we're going to talk about are prevalent in Hearthstone, at part of recording. We're going to give you an update on the class sets, how we think about them, the feedback we've seen, balance changes that have rolled out, kind of why and what.
This is like Riot's videos. I'm completely about it, by the way.
What we're seeing in Arena,
I think the way Riot does updates and discusses what they're thinking is great for the game, so I'm a huge fan, to be honest.
Now, we're in the Cataclysm expansion, and Deathwing has raised Azeroth, but we're rebuilding. We are in the restoration of Azeroth, so we're bringing you these 4 new class sets, one for Druid, one for Hunter, one for Mage, and one for Paladin.
Here in the Year of the Scarab, each of our expansions is going to have a class set in the middle of the expansion, typically that .4 patch that you've seen. And as a result, there'll be 4 class sets in the first expansion we just saw with Cataclysm, 4 in the next expansion, and 4 in the final one. Every class will get their turn to have a class set.
Yeah, that's 4, 8, and 12 though. And last time I checked, we only had 11 classes.
We have seen the speculation online that we have a new class to announce, and therefore that class will fill in the class sets. That's not the case. I want to reiterate that the Death Knight class is going to be getting 2 class sets. The reason for this is the runes system in the Death Knight deck building gives us a lot of opportunity for depth and complexity, and so we're going to make 2 class sets for the Death Knight.
Come on, man.
2 archetype sets for that class.
Yeah, and so what we're trying to do with these class sets is give you new archetypes right in the middle of the expansion set when we need to shake things up a little bit. So each class set gives you a package of cards that creates a new deck type you can start to play with. That's Leyline Mage, Animal Companion Hunter, and of course a kind of refresh take on the Silverhand Paladin. We really want to shake up the meta to the right degree, right when it needs it the most.
Tyler mentioned the 3 archetypes you've seen, Leyline Mage, Companion Hunter, and Silverhand Paladin.
They definitely shook it,
remember
boys.
We released 4 class sets. The Druid one isn't there and actually doesn't really feel like an archetype. There's actually a fun reason for that. The plan had been the Druid archetype was Treant Token Druid. And if you remember back at the beginning of Cataclysm, the meta, Token Treant Druid was actually one of the most popular and powerful decks in the meta. And so what we did not want to do was release the class set for Druid, add a bunch more power to an already prevalent powerful deck, and have that be too much of a power outlier. The team made some late balance changes, a couple redesigns. As a result, made cards that would fit into other decks within Druid, and you see some of that in the Marithra Druid deck that you see on Ladder.
Yeah, it's great that we have those tools available to us to get the balance just right. One of those key tools is our balance update. So we're gonna go talk to Steven, the balance lead, about that most recent update. Okay, let's talk balance changes.
Hi, Steven.
We've got this most recent balance patch, and let's just talk a little bit about how we came up with those changes.
Hi everyone, I'm Steven. I'm a game designer on the Final Design team. We're in charge of the live balance of Hearthstone card sets, like our most recent class sets that we just released. I wanted to thank you all for trying out the new archetypes and giving us a lot of valuable feedback. We've been monitoring this feedback along with our internal data, and we noticed that the Mage Leyline deck was underperforming. And so we're giving us several buffs to help deal with early board pressure and to speed up the curve so that you can get to your game plan faster. We wanted to make it more in line with the other decks in the meta, and we'd love to know what you think about that.
Yeah, that wasn't the only one. We did some changes to the cards in the Hunter Companion class set as well. In that package, you play Tame Pet on 1 to sort of boost the companions, but it really didn't have a 2-drop. So we're changing it, bringing down the migrating Elec.
That was a good change, right? We can all agree the 2-drop was needed for sure. I agree with that. I play this game a lot off stream clearly, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm high legend.
Sometimes we've got to do some nerfs. So where are we in that department?
We were pretty happy with the health of the meta coming into the class sets. There was a lot of class diversity and viable decks, but there were 3 decks that were slightly above the rest once the classes came out, and we're toning these down a bit. We're doing a slight stat change to cards in Demon Hunter and Warrior to make it a bit harder for them to defend those early boards. And we're increasing the mana of Forest Gift by 1 so that it can reduce some of the burst potential of the aggro Druid deck.
Yeah, that's great. And there's one more balance change we have to talk about, and that's to a card I think is awesome, which is Dragon Soul Shattered. Now, this is our event card that we're doing. And, you know, in design, we talk sometimes about how every
that Dragon Soul card seen any play since going to 5?
Will they utilize this?
Or is it 5? No, they just updated the effects, right?
Can you pull this off? Is such a fun, like, mini puzzle for players. So talk a little bit about this card and what we did to it.
Sure. When we design Hearthstone expansions, we try to come up with as many cool legendaries as we can. So we
I'm gonna continue this in 1 second. Okay, I know you guys are probably like, why are they reiterating basically what they said in the patch notes? Let me explain one thing. Okay, one of the best things a company can do is give you some perspective on why they're making the changes. If you do not agree with the changes, that is a different conversation, but at least gives you some idea where they're coming from. And I'd rather have more transparency than less transparency. That's the end goal here. Now, I do wish they would give you a little bit more on like why we decided to only buff it a little bit. Maybe they'll talk about that in a second. But like, let's just not just sit here and say this is not beneficial for the game entirely. The more conversations we get from the behind the scenes, the better it is for the game.
More to choose from and to have backups in case certain designs don't work out. For Cataclysm, we ended up with an extra legendary design that we all liked, but didn't have room for in the main set. So we checked with our event designer, Ryan, to see if it was something that he wanted to add to an upcoming event, and he was excited to do so. Also giving it a couple of buffs in this patch, one to the AoE and also to the mana refresh, to make it feel better when you add it to your decks.
Yeah, that's awesome. If you don't have your Dragon Soul Shattered card, you can go play right now. It's free if you play the event, so go get your copy. And we've been doing more events back to back, and so the next event we have teed up is where you defend the Ruby Sanctum. And in that event, you'll be able to earn class packs for Druid, Hunter, Mage, and Paladin. So if you're still fleshing out your collection and finishing up, this is a great way to do that. All right, Stephen, thank you very much. I'm gonna go talk to Nathan.
All right, cool.
All right.
Welcome back.
Hey, thanks. We've got one more topic for you. We're gonna talk a little bit about Arena. Now, we've been seeing a lot of comments on this season of Arena.
I just want to point something out here. Why is the background green screen? They could have just shoot this in the office when they're all working. Like, what's the problem here? Like, why did they do it like that?
We kicked that off with patch 35.
It looks so weird, man. Hey, welcome back as he walks into the green screen.
Dual class Arena is super fun. We used to just do it once a year, but now we have the tech, we can do it more often, so that's awesome. But we are seeing a lot of very clever double Herald draft runs. Now, those can get very powerful and they're super fun to play, but they're not necessarily always
that line of sentence is, or that sentence is so funny when Druns is in the chat after watching him play this.
Fun to play against, and we want to address this. We are listening, we are playing, and we're already working on a solution on how to reduce how often the Herald will show up.
Oh, Red, do you hear that? Holy man, we're back.
So you can expect to hear
on a
bit more about that in the
solution.
future. So for now, enjoy those double Herald decks while you still can.
And enjoy that Herald mechanic while you can, because of course that was the key mechanic for the Cataclysm expansion. But we're just about to get to that next one, the Prison Break expansion, where we'll unlock some new mechanics.
So thanks for spending time with us with this dev update video. These videos are for you, so we do want to know what you think. Please give us feedback.
Hey,
Does this format work for you?
Tell us what topics you want us to cover. Appreciate you being here with us, and we'll see you.
Guys, that was like 3 minutes. Guys, that was, guys, what? Hey, here, Blizzard, here's your feedback. I'm gonna give it to you directly. Okay, first and foremost, please add more insight to not just what the patch note says. Give us more of an in-depth analysis and decision-making, like at least idea of where you guys are coming from when you make decisions. Because legitimately, that could have been an email on God, like on God. I would love to see more on why we're making decisions, not just what the patch note says. Okay, fantastic. Second of all, I'm basing this off Riot Games because Riot Games does a really good job. I want you to tease us just a little bit. Give us some idea of what's coming like in the future. I don't want to read, or I don't want to hear only there's a new expansion coming. Give me a little bit more. I want to get like excited about something because you kind of just left me a little blue balled here. I didn't get the pop. There was no pop. And anyone pop in chat? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like I needed just a little, like I needed something to latch onto to be excited about. third and fourth, third most, and I think this is maybe the most important decision, is just release Monk. I mean, all right, that's gonna be the end of that conversation. I mean, again, I am a big fan of it. Like, if you guys have ever watched Riot Games do this, I think it's a really good thing for the game. I'm a huge fan of it. So I really hope that they keep doing this. I know some people are gonna be like, that was kind of just nothing, but like, just the start, I'm about. You guys are gonna call me an industry plant, but chat, I swear to God, one of the things I am desperate for Hearthstone to do is be more transparent with their game. Like, I want to hear, I would love them to be like, you know, when Ben Brode used to drop those videos of like, hey guys, this is why we're nerfing Warsong Commander, and he would just talk about that thing only for like 4 minutes. Give me some of those. Give me some of those. Give me a decision making. Why are we, like, answer questions from chat? Like, why aren't we doing more buffs? You know what I mean? Like, I'm down about it. I'll interview him. You want me to interview him? Get me on the fucking list, bro. Read Joe's comment. Or herald while you can, brother. I've been heralding for months. What if the update is just them rotating it out when the new expansion comes out? Are you gonna be mad?